One way to try to gain credentials from your target is to brute force a network service, and Medusa is perfectly suited for that task. So we're going to try that. Open up Kali and XP. Let's just go over to XP and double check its IP address. ipconfig, enter. Mine is 192.168.40.131. I need to remember that. Yours, of course, will be different. Let's also see what users we have. Net space user, enter. I have administrator, Daisy, Jaja, Walya, guest, Manny, Susie, Chris, someone, try me. Okay, great. I'm going to try a few of these. Coming over to Kali, we're going to use Medusa. Now, before we do this, let me show you a dictionary that we'll ask Medusa to use. If you go to the file system in Kali and open it up, and you go down to user, USR, and open that up, and go to share, open that, and go all the way down to word lists, one word. There it is, word lists down at the bottom. Open that up. There are several different word lists. If you want something humongous, use RockU, but we'll check that out later. We're just going to use fasttrack.txt. Now, it's good to just know this path because we're going to need it. I'm just going to click this so it shows me the path here, and I'm going to right click and copy the path. You can also just jot it down or refer to it. And remember, the dictionary file is fasttrack.txt. If we double click it, you can see the dictionary. And we can scroll down, and it's, what, a couple hundred really common passwords. That's great. You can also just online download like the 1,000 most common passwords or whatever you like. We're going to try Fast Track, see if it works. We'll come over to Kali and we'll open Medusa. So we'll come up here to the little dragon, applications, click that, come over to password attacks, go up to online attacks, expand that, and here's Medusa, although I think it's outside of online attacks. But Medusa is an online attacker, meaning you don't have to dump the hashes first. You can just try it across the network. Let's click Medusa, and it just opens a command prompt with the Medusa help file. What we need to know is the IP address of the host, the user, the username, and we've got a couple of these. Maybe we were chatting somebody up at a bar and we figured out their name, or we figured it out from their business card or something. If you want, you can have a file of multiple users. We'll just try one user with the TAC lowercase u. You can try a single password, or with the uppercase P, you can point to that dictionary file, Fast Track. And then you have to tell it what kind of service you are attacking. We call it the module, because how it tries to log on will depend on the service. And it'll also tell it what protocol to use. In order to find out all the possible modules, the services, we would Medusa-lowercase d to dump or show all known modules. Let's do that first. So coming down here, Medusa, TAC lowercase d. Press enter. Okay, we can try FTP, HTTP, CVS, IMAP, MySQL, MSSQL, POP3, Postgres, a whole bunch of them. This is the one I think we're interested in, smbnt.mod for module. But if we use the TAC capital M option, we don't have to say .mod, just smbnt. It's important to remember that. All right, if we forget our syntax, we'll scroll back up here. We're going to type Medusa, TAC H, and then the IP address of the target, then TAC U, the username. Let's say, well, we'll try administrator, and then we'll try some other ones. TAC capital P, and the dictionary file, including the path, TAC capital M, and the module name, which in our case is SMBNT. Whew, that's hard to remember. Tell you what, I'm just going to highlight this whole thing because I'm going to forget. And I'm going to right click and I'm going to copy it, copy the selection. I'm going to scroll down to here, and I'm going to come here and I'm going to right click and I'm going to paste the selection, and then I'm going to edit it. So let me just right arrow so I'm all the way over here, and then I'm just going to back up a little bit. Starting with TAC-M module. The module is SMBNT. We don't have to say .mod. SMBNT. SMBNT, okay. Now we'll keep doing a left arrow. We're not going to use a file here. Let me get rid of this. But we will use TAC capital P, and you'll recall that it's that dictionary. So I'm just going to move this down here. I'm going to go back to word lists, click in here, and copy the path, and then I have to add fasttrack.txt to it. Come over here, and just in here, let me right-click, paste, I think paste clipboard in this case, yeah. Let me right arrow, just get my arrows just right. It's fasttrack.txt. Okay, let's keep on left arrowing here. We're not using a single password, so let's get rid of this. We're not using a file of users. We're just going to put in a single user. Administrator, the space here. And then the single host. Now you might find trying to do this is just a mess. So what you do is you put it in a text file and then you copy it. Or you just watch me and you copy what I do. And let's see, the host, XP is 192.168.40.131. Let me type that in here. 192.168.40.131. Now let me right arrow up. There's an opening square bracket I need to get rid of. Okay. And there's also this opening square bracket here. Let me get rid of that. And I believe Medusa, well, it shows Medusa. Medusa is lowercase. I need to change this to lowercase m, although, yeah, that looks like it's okay. Now I'm going to right arrow and I'm going to look at everything and make sure I'm all good. Medusa is the command. The host is the IP address of my target. TAC-U is the user. I'm trying a single user, administrator. We'll try others as well. TAC capital P is a full path to my dictionary. TAC capital M is the protocol, the module that I want to use. We all ready? Let's go for it. Press enter. Wow, did you see that? Account found. On this host, administrator, password, success. That was in like a split second. Whoa. How about let's try Daisy and then Jaja. I'm going to up arrow and I'm going to left arrow and I'm going to change administrator. And I'm going to just backspace and change it for Daisy. Daisy. Oops, not Daisy. No such user. Daisy. All right. You just try whatever users you happen to have. Press enter. Oh, it found Daisy immediately, capital P at SSW0RD. Daisy was unable to get to the admin $share because Daisy's not an administrator, but the password was found at once. How about Jaja? Let's try that one. I can't even remember what these passwords are. Doesn't matter. Medusa's getting them for me. Up arrow. Let's replace Daisy with Jaja. It's my cat. Daisy and Jaja are in eternal warfare, each trying to get mom's attention. And then, of course, the kabuki dancing stops as soon as I step outside. And then when I come back, they're both waiting at the door for me, side by side. And then the warfare starts again, because I am the audience. Okay, here we go. Let's go after Jaja. Enter. Wow, took slightly longer, but here it is. Let me in. Hoo-wee. Let's try me. You just try whoever you have. You can create additional users if you need to. Let me up arrow, and I'm going to try the user try me. And I honestly can't remember what password I gave this user. Doesn't matter. And you know, if the fast track dictionary is exhausted, then we can go for something bigger. Enter. Oh, no. In this case, it did not find the password for try me. So what we could do, and I'm not going to do it here, but you can do it if you like, it'll take a while, is we could go back to word lists and we could use rocku.txt. You could download the 1,000 most popular ones. We would have to unzip this. And we do that in another activity. So that is how we can use a tool like Medusa to do an online password attack. And you know what else is really cool? These users, none of them got locked out. Now, that may not be true on other targets. But you can see just how fast Medusa is. Now on to the next activity.